66 million years ago, Earth was a very different place. Towering reptiles ruled every continent from the dry deserts to lush rainforests. Dinosaurs weren't just survivors, they were the dominant force on the planet. For over 160 million years, they evolved into countless forms, from the ferocious Tyrannosaurus rex to the massive, gentle Brachiosaurus. But then, in what seemed like the blink of an eye in geologic time, they were gone. Their reign ended so suddenly that it left behind one of the greatest mysteries in science. How could a group that dominated the Earth for so long vanish almost overnight? The story of the dinosaurs isn't just about bones and fossils, it's a tale of rise, dominance, and catastrophic fall. It's a reminder of how fragile life can be, no matter how powerful. The dinosaurs were not weak or on the verge of extinction before the final blow. They were thriving, diverse, and spread across the globe. So what happened? To answer this question, we need to go back in time, not just to the day the asteroid hit, but millions of years before, to understand how dinosaurs came to rule the Earth in the first place, and what made their sudden extinction so shocking. The rise of the dinosaurs wasn't immediate. In fact, they began as small, nimble creatures living in the shadows of larger predators during the Triassic period, about 230 million years ago. At that time, Earth was recovering from a devastating mass extinction, the worst in history, that wiped out nearly 90% of life. This catastrophe cleared the playing field, allowing new species, including early dinosaurs, to emerge and adapt to the changing environment. These early dinosaurs were far from the giants we imagine today. They were slender, fast, and often no bigger than a dog. But what they lacked in size, they made up for in agility, speed, and endurance. As the climate shifted and the supercontinent Pangaea slowly broke apart, ecosystems changed. Many other reptile groups couldn't keep up, but dinosaurs could. They diversified rapidly, taking advantage of new habitats and food sources. By the end of the Triassic, they had already started to outcompete many rival reptiles. And when another extinction event hit, wiping out many of their competitors, dinosaurs weren't just survivors. They were the victors. The stage was now set for the Jurassic period, when dinosaurs would explode in size, number, and power. Their dominance was no accident. It was evolution in full force. During the Jurassic period, dinosaurs truly became the undisputed rulers of Earth. With fewer competitors and vast new environments to explore, they evolved into a dazzling variety of species. Giant sauropods like Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus stretched the limits of size, growing to lengths over 80 feet and towering above the forests they fed on. Meanwhile, carnivorous hunters like Allosaurus developed sharp teeth, keen senses, and pack hunting strategies to take down prey much larger than themselves. But it wasn't just brute force that made dinosaurs so successful. Their biology was advanced for their time. Many species had complex lungs that allowed for efficient breathing, similar to modern birds. Some may have even been warm-blooded, giving them the stamina to dominate their habitats. They laid eggs, raised young in nests, and formed herds, showing early signs of social behavior. As continents drifted apart, dinosaurs adapted to almost every climate on Earth, from humid swamps to arid deserts. Their bones have been found on every continent, even Antarctica. For over 100 million years, they thrived, evolving into new forms with each passing age. By the time the Cretaceous period arrived, they weren't just rulers. They were part of Earth's fabric-shaping ecosystems across the globe. By the late Cretaceous period, dinosaurs had reached their peak. Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and Ankylosaurus were just a few of the powerful and unique species that roamed the land. Some were as small as chickens, while others weighed more than modern elephants. There were armored giants, swift predators, horned defenders, and even dinosaurs with feathers. They had adapted to every niche, from forest to coast, from mountain to plain. At the same time, flowering plants were spreading rapidly, transforming the landscapes and reshaping food chains. Insects evolved to pollinate them, and herbivorous dinosaurs like hadrosaurs developed sophisticated teeth to chew the new vegetation. Predators followed closely, becoming more intelligent, faster, and more specialized. The balance of nature was thriving. It's easy to imagine this golden age continuing forever. Dinosaurs were not declining. There was no clear sign of trouble ahead. Fossil records show they were still diversifying, and no massive die-offs were taking place. It seemed as if their rule would last another 100 million years. But hidden in the vastness of space, a threat was hurtling toward Earth, one so sudden and so massive that not even the mightiest creature could prepare for it. The stage was set for the most violent turning point in prehistoric history. It was an ordinary day until the sky caught fire. A 6-mile-wide asteroid, traveling faster than a bullet, slammed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The force of impact released energy equal to billions of atomic bombs. Within seconds, the landscape was incinerated. Forests turned to ash. Oceans boiled near the blast zone, but the worst was yet to come. The impact triggered global chaos. Massive wildfires raged across continents. A cloud of vaporized rock and sulfur shot into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight for months, possibly years. Without light, plants withered. The food chain collapsed. Temperatures dropped sharply, triggering a brief but deadly impact winter. Photosynthesis halted. Herbivores starved. Carnivores followed. Dinosaurs, despite their dominance, were powerless against this chain reaction. Their size, once a strength, became a curse. Large animals need large amounts of food. With ecosystems crashing, survival was nearly impossible. Only a few small, adaptable creatures made it through. This was the 5th mass extinction in Earth's history. But perhaps the most dramatic. In just a few thousand years, the age of dinosaurs came to a crashing end. But the story doesn't stop there, because one group of small feathered dinosaurs would rise from the ashes and change the world forever. Amid the devastation, a surprising group emerged as survivors, small feathered theropods closely related to modern birds. These creatures had several advantages. They were tiny, lightweight, warm-blooded, and some could fly. They didn't need much food, and their diets were flexible. While the giants vanished, these adaptable creatures found ways to survive in the shadows. Over millions of years, these bird-like dinosaurs evolved into the birds we see today. Every pigeon hawk and hummingbird is a living descendant of the age of dinosaurs. In a way, the reign of dinosaurs never truly ended. It simply changed form. Birds became one of the most diverse and widespread groups of animals on Earth, inheriting the skies from their ancient ancestors. This evolutionary twist reminds us that survival often favors not the strongest, but the most adaptable. While the towering dinosaurs couldn't cope with the rapid changes, their smaller cousins were equipped to endure and evolve. Nature doesn't reward size or strength, it rewards resilience. So the next time you hear birds chirping outside your window, remember you're listening to the echoes of a world lost in fire and darkness. The age of dinosaurs may be gone, but their legacy still flutters on every breeze, perched quietly on tree branches around the world. The extinction of the dinosaurs reshaped life on Earth. With the giants gone, new opportunities emerged. Mammals, once tiny and nocturnal, began to thrive in this quieter world. No longer overshadowed by towering reptiles, they expanded in size, behavior, and variety. Over time, they would come to dominate the land just as dinosaurs once had. This shift set the stage for the rise of primates and, eventually, us. In a strange twist of fate, and the very event that ended the age of dinosaurs also made human evolution possible. Had the asteroid missed Earth, the world might still be crawling with massive reptiles, and mammals might never have risen beyond rodent-sized creatures. The story of dinosaurs is not just about loss. It's about transformation. Their extinction marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. It shows how every end can become a new beginning in Earth's grand timeline. And yet, their legacy remains more than just ancient bones in museums. Dinosaurs still spark curiosity, wonder, and imagination. They continue to teach us about evolution, survival, and how fragile dominance can be. Their story is written not just in stone, but in our own journey through time. For scientists, the mystery of dinosaur extinction remains a rich field of research. While the asteroid impact is widely accepted as the main cause, other factors may have worsened their fate. Massive volcanic eruptions in India's Deccan Traps released enormous amounts of gas and ash into the atmosphere. These eruptions could have already been stressing ecosystems before the asteroid hit. There's also evidence that sea levels were changing, altering coastlines and food sources. Climate fluctuations might have already pushed some species to the edge. The asteroid was likely the final devastating blow, but it struck a planet already in flux. It's like a match falling into a room already filled with gas. This layered understanding reminds us that extinction is rarely simple. It's a chain of causes building pressure until something snaps. Studying these events doesn't just help us understand the past, it helps us prepare for the future. Today, many scientists warn that Earth is experiencing a sixth mass extinction driven by human activity, climate change, and habitat destruction. Dinosaurs didn't see it coming, but we do. Their story serves as both a warning and a guide. If we ignore the lessons of extinction, we may one day find ourselves following in their ancient footsteps. Beyond science, dinosaurs have become cultural icons. They appear in films, books, museums, and even children's toys. From the towering menace of Tyrannosaurus Rex in Jurassic Park to the gentle giants in animated stories, dinosaurs fuel our imagination like few other creatures. Their mystery, powerful, ancient, and suddenly gone, captures something deep within us. Why do we care so much about animals that disappeared millions of years ago? Perhaps because they remind us of our place in time. Dinosaurs ruled the earth far longer than humans have existed. Their story is humbling. It shows that even the most dominant species can vanish. It challenges the myth that we are the ultimate rulers of the planet. And yet, through fossils and reconstructions, we bring dinosaurs back to life again and again. Paleontologists continue to dig, discovering new species every year. Some finds rewrite everything we thought we knew. Others simply add more color to the ancient tapestry of life. Dinosaurs bridge science and storytelling. They make ancient Earth feel alive. They make time feel real. And they push us to keep asking questions. What else lived before us? What might come after? Their bones are silent, but their legacy roars through every generation that dares to dig deeper. So why did dinosaurs rule for over 160 million years only to vanish in a moment? The answer lies in a perfect storm, one part cosmic accident, one part Earth's own upheaval, and one part evolutionary fate. They thrived because they adapted, innovated, and evolved to meet every challenge. But even the most successful creatures can fall when the world changes too fast, too violently. Their sudden disappearance wasn't the end of life, it was a turning point. From the ashes rose mammals, birds, and eventually humans. The world we know today exists because dinosaurs no longer rule it. Their extinction paved the way for our rise, but this also means we inherit a responsibility. If dinosaurs, creatures built for survival, could be wiped out, then we too are vulnerable. The planet is powerful and life is always at the mercy of change. Will we adapt or will we ignore the signs like they unknowingly did? The next chapter is ours to write. But we can't move forward without looking back. The story of the dinosaurs is a reminder no reign lasts forever, and even the mightiest can fall. The question is, what will we learn from their legacy? before our own chapter ends. Even today, scientists continue to uncover new clues about dinosaur behavior, physiology, and extinction. Advanced imaging, DNA analysis, and improved fossil dating are reshaping what we know. Each discovery brings us closer to understanding not just how dinosaurs lived, but why they vanished. The past is never truly dead. It speaks through stone whispers, through time, and echoes in every question we ask about our own future on this fragile, ever-changing planet.